Hello everyone, my name is Ash, and welcome to my crafting corner. Today is a special video, as it's my first finished resin printed character. We are going to be painting Komi Shoko from Komi Can't Communicate. Komi's skin is a very light tone, so it's hard to pick up on the camera. I'm hoping to one day upgrade my camera to something meant for this kind of work. Right now I just use my Android phone, and it's a few years old. As with her hands, the legs and head follow the same idea for painting. Start off doing a thin coat, then let it dry to start the next one. Here is what the legs, hands and head look like when the paint has dried. It really darkens compared to when you first spray it on. What I am doing here is, trying to create the effect of having stockings on her legs. I slowly add very thin layers of black paint, to cover her skin. It takes a few layers, and you need to know how thick the stockings are for the character. Komi has a very dark and thick stockings. I didn't have the correct color of red for her skirt, so I had to mix it. Luckily it didn't take too much time to mix a good paint for it. One thing that made me mad though, was getting the lines on the skirt. Sadly, I forgot to record the painting of the school bag. The bag doesn't have too much to be painted though, just some gold on the clasps is all. This is a manga I have been following for quite some time now. I have the up-to-date English releases of the manga. I also watched the anime too. Did you enjoy it? And are you waiting on a season 3? I bet it will get one, since it's so popular. I have to say, I really like how the details come out with resin, compared to a plastic figure, even though it takes a lot more effort to get to a point of being able to handle the parts. Cleaning, and curing the parts. I love it. You can really compare the quality between the two. This is how I do the first coat of paint for a lot of big parts like this, just kind of haphazardly paint on, just to get a coat where I want. Since my paints are not high-end quality, it will take about 3 to 5 coats, depending on what color in the piece. For anyone wondering about the smell during a print, I have my printer in another room, and while it's printing, I don't notice a smell, and I can barely hear it. Her jacket was about 5, so on the high end of coats. Here's what her jacket looks like in the final coating. It may take a few layers, but it really looks nice once you have them all on top of each other. I was lucky I kept the red paint from her skirt. Since the bow tie is the same color, I usually keep some of the paint in small glass jars, just in case I need to do a touch-up. When I mix my skin tones, I always keep extra until the very end, since I know I will at some point mess up, but that's okay. Komi's hair is just black, but if you look at some of the art, it has a slight orange tint to it. After letting the black dry on her hair, I went over it with a thin purple paint, to build up layers on it. In the pictures you can see it much better with the eyes. I've become more confident with holding the smaller brush and getting the finer detail work, but it's still not at a point I want it to be. And with that done, it's on to the glamour shots.